Hello, I'm Rebecca Flaherty and week 4 is here and it's time for everyone's favourite little green pods, peas. These cute little peas with smiling faces are going to look adorable in the repeating pattern we're making today. We're using the Pattern Maker canvas to make everything line up perfectly so even beginners can follow along easily. If you're new, check out my beginner floral series first. It's the perfect first step into this kind of pattern making in Procreate. If you want to use the same stamp brush as I am, you can find those for free over in the Pattern Maker's Toolkit. If you don't have a Pattern Maker canvas yet, you can have a go by making a rough diamond on a new layer or try the 3 motif layer in the Pattern Maker's Toolkit. Let's get started. So we're going to import the canvas. I'm going to use the 12-inch Pattern Maker canvas here. And I'm going to change the textures on this. So we're going to unlock this layer. These are totally editable. You can change the opacity and mess around with these if you want. I'm going to change it to a slightly less intense look because we're going with a nice flat kawaii style, but I do still want a little bit of texture on there. So the first one I'm going to go and change to 4%. This one is going to be 8%. And then these two are going to be 10. And you can mess around with these knowing that you can always change them back because the original settings are there in the layer names. And then I'm going to lock that layer so I don't accidentally draw on it, which is a thing that quite often happens to me. So now we can import our template in. So tap on this layer down there. And again, we're going to use the 3 motif template. And again, I will mention that I've got a free, slightly different version of this over on my website if you want to have a go at making this without the easy peasy template set, if you've already perhaps got the Pattern Maker canvas or the boho bright, something like that. So we're going to bring this one in. What I'm going to do, just mix things up slightly so we're not always having the same motifs in exactly the same spot. What you can do is you can tap transform on this template layer, and we could just rotate it 90 degrees so that the motifs will be in a slightly different layout for this pattern. So on this draw here first layer, I'm going to grab the peas and just start adding them to the template like this. And then flip that one, have it mirrored up there on the other pink one. Maybe have this one like that. And then because of the shape of this only takes up half of that circle, I'm going to use this space at the top of the circle to add a little flower to. So I'll just pinch all of those together and just add a little flower in the top of each one of these. Actually, maybe we could make those a bit bigger. And then these ones here, the circles, I'm just going to make those circles, and those are also going to be peas. So let's just do a very rough circle where these are. I'm not going to bother making these like fancy circles because these are going to be traced over again. So we'll just go with terrible looking circles. You could also leave the template layer on, but I don't want to have that on while I'm drawing. So we'll just put those in there. Then we can hide the template and see how this is looking now. Make sure that we haven't got any bits overlapping with other parts. So we're going to pinch the draw here first down with the sketch diamond, duplicate this, tap transform, turn snapping and magnetics on, and snap this down into the corner there. Every time you do this, you need to make sure that you've got those orange lines there. Then you can pinch the top 4 together, invert the colours on those, and we can see how things are lining up here. So we've got that bit there that needs a little bit fixing. which is, that's the same as this. So we'll work on this one. So on the pink layer, I'm going to grab my select tool. Oops, make sure it's in freehand rather than automatic. And I'll just trace around this. Turn snapping and magnetics off and just give that a better position there. And then we could probably move this flower up as well a little bit now. And then on this green layer, I'm just going to erase that down here, because that's the bit we've just changed up here. So I can then duplicate the pink section in the middle, put snapping and magnetics back on, put that back down into this corner, invert the colours on that, and that just saves having to do all of it. So now we can turn the pattern folder on. We can use this layer here and start to trace our motifs. So let's grab the outline brush and the dark brown colour, and I'm going to trace over all of these, and you'll see now why I like to use stamp brushes and not just copy these all over, because it allows you to customize each one for its position. So you could do that there. This one, for example, you could continue it up here like that. So you get to fill the spaces, and this is why it's nice to trace each motif individually. So let's work on this one, just finish off that, and I'm going to put like a wiggly line down each pod as well, like that. We can trace over the peas. And then I'm going to put the faces for these on a separate layer, and I'm actually just going to freehand these ones. So I'll just do some cute little faces on these. I'm going to kind of make them lean over towards the middle so that it looks like they're kind of cuddling in on this little one. And then you can add another layer and do some pink cheeks on those if you want to. You could also use the face stamps if you wanted to not have to freehand these. So we're going to go ahead and do that for all of the pea pods on this layer. So put all of the kind of the outline bits on one layer, faces on another layer, and then the pink cheeks on another layer. One thing I've done is move the cheek layer down underneath the line work layer so that some of the cheeks can be hidden under there where they were close to the pea pod. The next job is to do the flowers. So I'm going to trace the middles on the same layer as the little pea pods. And then I'm going to add a layer underneath, and I'm going to use the layer underneath to do that so I can spill over onto the layer underneath and then be able to erase that overspill like that and then have a nice clean and tidy flower. So I'm going to do that for all of the flowers in this pattern now. And then you can pinch and merge those two layers together once you've erased all the middle parts. The only other thing we have to do now is draw in these little peas, and these are just going to be simple circles. If you're good at drawing circle shapes pretty smooth, you can just draw and hold if it's going to snap to kind of a good enough circle. If your circles are a little bit kind of misshapen like that and it's giving you kind of things that are too elliptical, you can make it a perfect circle by drawing, holding, and then tapping, and then that's going to snap to a perfect circle for you. Then we just have to put these faces in these little peas if you want to put the faces on those. So I'm going to go up to the layer that has the smiley faces on it already and carry back on this layer and just draw the faces on the peas here. Then we can go onto the layer we were drawing our cheeks on and just add those in as well. There we go, now we can hide our sketch layer and we're ready to start adding some colour to this. So add a layer and we're going to use white and make this layer here a reference. Then we can go onto the layer we just added and use white to colour fill all of these shapes. So that's the pods, the peas and all of the flower shapes too. Then we're going to add layers above these white shapes and drop colour fills over the top. So make this one a clipping mask, and first of all let's change our background colour to the one we're going to use, which is this mid green here, and then let's use this green to fill in all of the peas. Then we can add another layer above the white and use this darker blue green to do the pea pods. Then you can add another layer and we'll do the flower middles next. And I'm going to alpha lock this layer, grab the orange and yellow as my two colours up here, and then use from the beginner floral set this colour changer brush and just switch up the colours of these flower middles so they're all kind of like a random mix of colours there. Then we're going to add another layer and use this pink to fill in the flower petals. Make sure you're careful when you do these that you don't accidentally tap on the outline areas, otherwise you'll get spillages. Then we're going to alpha lock this layer and use pink and blue with the colour changer brush on these flowers. Then we can apply our kind of two-tone effect to these. So we're going to duplicate this reference layer, alpha lock it and fill it with 50% grey. So double tap here, and then this one that's alpha locked, we can fill this one. Duplicate it, and one of them, tap transform, and down in this corner here we're going to tap it 7 or 8, around that amount times. It will depend on the thickness of the brush you've used, but I'll show you what it should look like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to have nudged it down by about 7 pixels this way. So you can see we've got that sort of offset like that. Tap on the blend mode, change the blend mode to color dodge, and you'll see we get that cool little highlight in there. And then change the opacity to maybe like 45, 50%, something like that. Then the other one that we duplicated, come up to this corner, tap transform and nudge it the opposite direction by the same number of pixels. So I think I did 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the blend mode for this one, we're going to make color burn and change the opacity to the similar sort of amount. We use 45%, and that gives us this cool like two-tone effect. And what we're going to do is grab both of those and just bring them and clip them over in this stack over those white shapes so that it's not spilling out onto the background. And then we've just got one more job to do. I'll put the sketch layer back on for this and add a layer at the top here. Grab the Bokeh Villa brush. Primary colour, you want this darker green, and secondary colour, this lighter one. And then I'm just going to use that to do some little dots in these spaces here, just to add a little bit more dimension and texture to the pattern. And then we're ready to build out the pattern tile. So close all of your subgroups here. You can turn the sketch off, turn the background off, and turn the textures off. Swipe down with 3 fingers and copy all. Then you can close that group and swipe down again and paste. And you can turn the background and textures back on again. And then on this layer here, with a brush that you can easily see, just put a mark going off each of those corners there. Then you can duplicate this layer, tap transform, make sure you've got snapping and magnetics on, and then we're going to snap it down into this corner here. If you find that yours is like mine was there, it's trying to snap to a million different things, make sure that you've got your layers turned off. I don't have mine turned off, and if I now duplicate this again, you'll see that that will snap much more easy. If you're ever having trouble with snapping in Procreate, turn off everything except the 2 layers or just the objects that you're working with, and it will be a lot simpler. So snap this up into each of the corners, or down into each of the corners, whichever direction you're working in. Then you can pinch the top 4 together, erase those marks in the middle, and then on this one, erase the corner marks. Then you can pinch those together, and that's our finished pattern tile. We can put that in repeat by swiping down with 3 fingers and copying all. Come up to the top here, swipe down again, and paste. Add a layer underneath, so that if there's any gaps or mistakes, that will show through. Tap transform, and snap this up into the middle till you see 1800 pixels there. And you can duplicate it, bring it over here, just zoom in and make sure that all your motifs on that seam are lining up. And you can pinch those together, duplicate, and bring that down, and just check that middle seam. And when that's looking okay, that is your finished pattern. Don't forget, the full canvas and templates are on my Etsy store, and the brushes are free over in the Pattern Makers Toolkit. Want to learn how to make these patterns ready for print on demand? My Skillshare class shows how to move Procreate layers into Affinity Photo and automate building out your tile and then apply it to templates. You can grab 30 days free with a link in the description. Have fun, stay creative, and I will see you soon.